Hello everybody, welcome back. Very different type of video today. Today we are going to be doing a Q&A. It's very different. I feel very weird sitting here in front of the camera in my fishing shed. So over the past few days on Instagram and Facebook, I've asked you guys to send in some questions to ask me if there's anything that you guys have ever wanted to know. So I am just going to get started. I'm going to kick off straight away because I know I can be a rambler, so let's just get started. I'm going to kick it off with quite a regularly asked question. Does any of your family members fish, or are you the only one? Now, at current moment, I am the only one in my family on both sides that fish. The only other person that has fished in my family is my granddad, my late granddad. On my dad's side, my dad's dad, he did fish once upon a time that I know of. I am the only one that fishes. This one's quite funny given the content and the videos that I've posted a lot recently. Have you converted to pike fishing now? No, I haven't converted to pike fishing, although I know I have probably been letting off that vibe. That's not the case. I will always love carping as much as I do any other type of fishing, but as I've got into fishing a bit more, I have noticed that I am good at predator fishing. When I like it and I'm good at it, if I do say so myself. I'm not going to ignore it and I am going to do it. So yeah. That leads me on to the next question, which is, are you going to do any catfish videos? Yes, 100%. This season, this year, catfish season is going to be my season. I've got many things planned. I've got a club that I'm planning to join this year, which has many lakes with many cats to big sizes. All I can say is yes, it's been in the thoughts since I started YouTube, to be honest. Where I started quite late summer last year, I wanted to focus on the carp fishing when filming. Kind of missed out on the catfish last year, although I did have that 45 pounder. I need to get something like that again this season, if not bigger. If you could fish any UK venue for a season, where would it be? Now, I struggled to think about this one. I haven't really been to a lot of different venues around the UK. I kind of just spent a lot of my time down south. I know I've been up to Stanley Villa in Blackpool. I've been to a lake in Wokingham. So recently I've kind of ventured about the UK fishing, but I haven't been fishing long. I've only been fishing for about summer 2021. Yeah, so nearly 3 years. I think I need to get a bit more of a grasp of different places, but as it currently stands, I would choose Stanley Villa Farm up in Blackpool. Main reason being, the lake is amazing, it's got amazing stock, and then not even to mention the places that you can stay at. Like, if I could stay there for a whole season, then I'd be a very, very happy girl. Now, this question kind of mixes in with another question that I was asked. So since being sponsored, do I feel pressure to catch, and does it impact the decision of where to fish? Another side of things, do I feel pressure to catch because I'm filming with the YouTube videos, etc, etc? Now, one of those are correct. So with the sponsorships, there is no pressure whatsoever. However, there can be that little bit of pressure when filming YouTube videos to catch, because there's always that thought in the back of your head that the viewers are going to find this boring because there's no catch, and that's what you're kind of here for. I know I get reassured a lot in the comments from you guys who say that you do like my blanking videos, but there is always that little thought in the back of a content creator's head when they're filming fishing videos and they don't catch. It's a hard one, but does it put me off fishing? No. Does it put me off filming? No. Do I still enjoy it? Yes. This next question could have me rambling for a long time. What made you start fishing? Now, a lot of you may know, but clearly a few of you don't know. My journey to start fishing isn't the happiest. It's not the most joyful story to tell. The reason that I got into fishing isn't, I'm not necessarily proud of it, but I'm more than proud of it because it's got me to where I am now. Essentially, I was in a really bad place during COVID, the last few minutes of COVID, and I was going through a really bad time with, I don't know how to word this. So essentially I was going through a really bad time and I wasn't handling myself very well. So fishing essentially took me out of that. Now, I did go into a lot more detail about that story in my article on the Talking CARP magazine last year now. I can't remember, it might have been the year before, time is flying. I went very in detail, explained literally everything from start to up to then in the Talking CARP magazine. I'll make sure to put the link in the description to the article and the page number, etc. if you want to go and read that. I don't want to depress this video with my depressing fishing story. It's an interesting one because sometimes I forget that it's not just the UK that watch me. I do have viewers that are kind of worldwide per se. How does fishing work in the UK? Licensing, etc. You do have to have a license to fish in the UK. Now, it's called a rod license, and you get that from the environmental agency. It's not expensive at all, and you can pay by the day, the week, the month, or the year, I think. You essentially pay for your licenses on your rods, however many rods that you may be using. As long as you have gone to a venue, you've got your rod licenses, and you've paid to fish, you're away to go. A lot of the places to fish for carp especially are day ticket lakes. What I mean by day ticket lakes are you pay by the day, by the hour, by the 24, etc. So you essentially need to have your license, and then you go and pay to fish, and you're fishing. This is another interesting one. Does blanking bring you down, or does the experience keep it enjoyable? 100% you've hit the nail on the head there. Being in my bivvy on the bank for whatever period of time, there's nothing better. Blanking does suck, of course it sucks. Like, as I was just saying in a previous question, it does suck, and everyone would prefer to catch over blanking, of course, but it's better than being at work. It is all part of the experience, 100%. You just hit the nail on the head. I like this one. If you could use one bait for carp fishing, what would it be? Now, I think this one's funny because I think I do that anyway. I think I always find myself going back to the CCMOORE live system. It's just my holy grail. It really, really is. Like, if I'm trying out other baits and it's failing, I know I can always go back to the live system and I can trust it, and it proves me right every single time. I don't want to be that type of person that does just use that one bait, but if it works for me, why would I stop? I think I'll answer just a couple more now, guys, because I don't want this video to be too long. This is also a weird one, and I never really know how to answer it. I get asked this quite a lot. Who do you take inspiration from and why? See, I'm struggling to even, like, it's a hard one. I don't feel like I take inspiration from people, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't start fishing because I wanted to be like somebody else, or I didn't start my YouTube videos because I wanted to be like somebody else. Like, I just did it because I wanted to, and I don't look at someone and be like, oh, I want to be like them. I just genuinely don't. And there's all these big anglers out there that are top tier fishermen, and they are massive on social media as well. I can't say that I could sit there and say that I want to be like them, because I don't. I want to be my version of myself, and that's just the thought process that I've always had behind it. I've never kind of, like, even when it come to making my videos, I didn't look at somebody else's videos and was like, that's how I want my videos to look. They just kind of are how they are. It's a hard one, but yeah, I don't know if that's going to sound quite ignorant of me, but it's just the truth, I'm being honest. Where has been your most memorable time fishing? This came straight to mind, and I feel like I've mentioned this place a lot of times in this video, but Stanley Villa Farm in Blackpool. It just is, up to date, my most memorable time fishing, because it was my first little fishing holiday. I lost my rod and Reese fished it back out of the water. It was just a nice time away and good fishing as well. So up until this current day, it's definitely Stanley Villa, and I'm very excited to go back there again in April. Very excited. I like this question because this one means that you've been watching for a long time, like way before the YouTube videos. This is like TikTok days, original UKfisherwoman TikTok days. Will you fish Todbur again? Now, I fished Todbur last February, so we're in February now. Last year, I think it was last year, February, and the weather was not like it is now. It was -7, frost, the lake had like half frozen over, but the fishing was amazing. Not for me, because I did not catch, I blanked hard, but Reese did catch. He had 2 nice looking fish from Todbar, and one of them was actually caught on a zig at 5:30 in the morning, and at 5:30 in the morning that morning it was -7. Think of that what you will, but I definitely do want to go back 100%. We were only able to get on little haze that session. We did want to get on big haze, but it was full, so we thought we'd just go on to little haze. I do need to go back there. I feel like if I've gone to a lake and it's defeated me, I need to go there again until I defeat it. Last question, guys. I feel like I've been talking for ages when it probably hasn't been ages. Are you going to try sea fishing? Sea fishing is a weird one for me because I hate the sea. I have a strong phobia of the sea. I don't like the sea. You won't see me in the sea, let alone boats. Boats are a different one. Getting me sea fishing would be hard. I'm interested in it, of course. Reese's work friends, they've gone down the piers a lot, sea fishing with their beach casters, getting dogfish and all these sort of fish, and it does look fun, and I love the fact that I could say I caught a shark. It's something I would like to do. I just think it would be a struggle for me to do it because I don't like the sea. You won't get me on a boat, so I'd have to do it from the beach. I don't know if I'd get the full experience. I don't know. Oh gosh, I feel like I've absolutely rambled on for too long. My voice is getting croaky. Some of them questions I have been getting asked quite regularly, so I hope that you enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to let me know in the comments, so I'll do these type of videos again. It is very different, kind of just this sit down video, me sat talking to the camera, not fishing, but you guys might be interested in me, not just the fishing, I don't know. Do let me know if you like this style of video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye.